Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This was actually an unexpected good ending. Welcome back to my channel, guys, and for those who watch my channel, I'm back to doing more reviews, manga reviews, light novel reviews, and like today, an anime review. This is going to be on one that aired on the fall season, and it was a favorite of many, but from the right in the beginning, I decided that I probably wasn't going to watch it, and then Funimation decided to dub it, and I decided, why not? I think I was folding clothes when I started watching it dubbed, and I decided, why not? Let's put it. I can watch it as I fold clothes, and I don't have to put my full attention to it. So this anime, by the title, you guys know already. It's Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Very long name. This is one that again you can find on Funimation, and it is subbed. And now, before I continue, a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button if you guys don't mind, and you'll be notified when I go live and I upload videos. Also, if you want to further support my channel, you guys can always like, comment, and share, and go watch my other anime reviews. Guys, I'm finally back in the flow of videos. I do want to recommend you guys to hit the bell button for sure, because there is sometimes that I won't be going as many videos if we're traveling, if a kid's sick, or if I end up having another kid. Then any of those reasons are probably going to be out. So just know that sometimes I will be out for a few days. Anyways, there is a small spoiler alert. I won't talk too much in detail about it, but I do want to talk about the last two episodes, so there is a spoiler alert just in case. Before I start talking about the last two episodes, I will try my best to give you another warning just in case. Again, this is Cautious Hero. We're just going to call it Cautious Hero for short. It's a long name for an anime, and it is one that I read a little bit about because I was considering reading the light novel of it, and I actually never got to the point to read it, but ended up watching it, and it was just very over the top, obnoxious. The character Seiya, the main character, or one of the main characters, he was reincarnated and was a very cautious hero, and essentially he wouldn't go and fight the battles with his goddess, Restart, and Restart, something like that. Anyways, because he was so, in a way, he just seems selfish, and he wanted to be perfectly strong. The same joke was repeated in probably the first 6 episodes, where he would destroy an enemy, and he would make sure he was dead, and he kept attacking it, and he would always overpower his enemies, and everyone was surprised, like, how can a mere human be so strong? And it was just repetitive. I watched the first episodes, and like I said, after the first 2, I dropped it. Other of my friends did the same thing. They watched 1, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and they said, man, it's just so repetitive. It doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't seem like it has any reasoning to it. So the anime itself follows Seiya, and he's an overly cautious hero, and essentially he's helping the goddess Restart, who is basically, she is a goddess who's able to use healing magic, but is also the goddess that is being used to save a specific world. In this specific world, they end up meeting Iruru and Mash, which are 2 characters that are born from a dragon lineage, and Mash has morphing powers, and essentially that gives him a little bit more advantage when it comes to his strengths. Iruru eventually, after so many episodes of the same joke of her being made fun of that she's useless, ends up finding out that her power is to provide heroes like Seiya or Mash with certain upgrades to their bodies, so super speed or whatever. So there's also an episode where they almost kill her or sacrificed her so she can become a sword, and Seiya basically doesn't allow it and says, I already have a good sword, good enough, and he basically fights the dragon to prove his point. All in this, you see also different goddesses and gods in the in the realm of the heaven realm, I guess you can say. You have Adelia, who's a creeper. She's not the best character. Ishitar. There's Histiaka, Valkyrie, Rosalie, Ariadoa. There's just all these goddesses, and essentially Seiya trains with most of them, and they all kind of end up liking him and like, wow, he's very powerful. He learns everything real fast. So, okay, I will talk about the last two episodes now. So if you've watched up to this point, you have been warned. Again, the anime itself was very repetitive. Was something that maybe you watched the first 5-6 episodes and you could have dropped it. I know people that did that as well. But once you get to the 10th episode, there's something strange that happens, and it doesn't feel too much strange unless you catch it. And then the 11th episode and the 12th episode are so serious. In the 10th episode, there's a phrase that Seiya always has before he leaves into a battle, and he is, "I'm perfectly prepared." And obviously that translates differently in Japanese, but essentially he says that he's perfectly prepared to do whatever he needs to do, and that's his phrase. It's what they do. And then at one point, notices that on his last mission he doesn't say that. He just says, "Okay, I'm ready to go," and that's a little bit weird. But if you don't actually notice it, it goes over your head. Now, she does mention it eventually in the episode as well, but it still goes over your head. Even if you don't really care, you're probably thinking, well, Seiya didn't really, have to say his phrase. But anyways, we later find out that there is a history between Seiya and Restart, and I'm not going to explain the whole history of it, but essentially they're both reincarnated in one way. He was another hero who died, and heroes who die can be resurrected unless, like, this demon lord has placed a certain spell where they cannot be resurrected. So anyways, he was resurrected in his own world, and he has come back, and Restarted was actually a human that was part of Seiya's first team, and essentially they have a past together, and there's more detail to it. Episode 11 really explains it more in detail, but Seiya essentially has not been a hero for the first time. This is actually his second time. He doesn't know it, but self-consciously this is why he is how he is, because he lost all these friends because he used to be careless. He used to be, let's just get it over with. And because of that, he lost all of his friends. And now this girl was resurrected as a goddess. And she didn't know until to this point. She I think it's Ariade or Rosalie, one of those two. They tell her the whole story. And essentially they have this love connection from years ago. And she's also told that Seiya knows that he cannot defeat the Demon Lord unless he sacrifices himself. So that's why he left without them in battle. And it just gets complicated. And they go into battle, and Seiya is in battle. And it's an epic battle, I will say that. There's like jokes here and there, but for the most part, it gets serious. And Seiya does die in the last episode. Now, I'm not going to say what else happens, but it is an epic episode, and it's the last two episodes are serious, and it completely throws the anime. The first 10 episodes, it basically were preparation, I guess, for us to be shocked in 11 and 12. Now, as a viewer, I love that, and I can appreciate that, and I can say that I did a mistake in dropping it, and I did a mistake in not wanting to finish it. I'm glad I did. I was able to finish it and watch it, but I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. A lot of people probably dropped it by now. You guys should pick back it up and watch up to the last 12 episodes. It's not too bad to watch it if you watch it dubbed. So yeah. Anyways, guys, out of 10, I think this one is going to be a close 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. It's unique in its own way. It obviously has its uniqueness in the isekai setting. You have a lot of goddess and gods, kind of similar to is wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon, but it's a little bit different. It's very comical in the first 10 episodes, but then it gets serious, and I love that. I really love that. So I think 7 out of 10 is what it deserves. For now, guys, I would recommend you guys to go finish it and let me know in the comment section if you have what you think about the last 2 episodes. Were you excited? Were you sad? Were you mad? Let me know. Anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 3,000. Thank you guys so much for that. Make sure you like, comment, and share. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.